All right, so we have our very first reviews for the Marvels in what definitely seems to be sort of a Disney marketing plan and Marvel Studios marketing plan here. We have gotten the first reviews for the Marvels from some pretty big outlets. So it looks like Marvel Studios and Disney decided to let some of the major media outlets see the movie beforehand in hopes that they would like the movie and talk about the movie as much as they can. Obviously, no details about the movie could be given, but we do know what the first few reactions are now, and they are actually quite good. And this is one thing that the Marvels absolutely needs in order to be relatively successful. I did a video a few weeks ago talking about how I do believe the Marvels is destined to fail because it has a lot going up against it. I do not want it to fail. Just to clarify again, I want the Marvels to be successful. I like Brie Larson and I like the cast. I like Miss Marvel, Monica Rambeau, one of my favorite actors, Park Seo-joon, is coming in this movie, and of course Nick Fury, which could be viewed as bad or good because right now some people have sort of a bad taste of Nick Fury right now in their mouths because of that finale of Secret Invasion. But although these movies are slightly connected, hopefully that doesn't affect too many people from going out and seeing the movie. However, sadly, it is definitely going to be a factor. However, the first reviews are good and that is what they needed. So let's go over them and let's talk about Disney and Marvel's little marketing plan here. And if you love Marvel and you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest news. And if you subscribe and leave a comment, you are automatically entered in our giveaway for a chance to win a PS5, an Xbox Series X, some Marvel Legends items, or some DC items. The winner gets to pick one item and we pick one winner at the end of each month. So like I said, we have reviews from some big outlets like Empire and IGN. However, you won't really find anywhere on their websites what they're saying about it yet, and I'll explain why. These reviews are coming from the Twitter account at Cryptic4Qual. This account usually sees trailers before they come out and they have a 100% accuracy rate with everything that they've said so far, and most of it is about trailers or movie runtimes or release dates. So this account posted today stating some early reviews for the Marvels and lists a few. From Empire, it says emotional, hilarious, and action-packed. IGN says a sequel that goes higher, further, faster. And then the tweet says can't say, which I'm assuming Cryptic HD Quality is saying that they can't say who the outlet is for whatever reason, I'm not sure, but the quote is an amazing film that takes us on an emotional journey of growth and teamwork. Now here's what I believe is happening. I think this account has seen a new trailer for the Marvels ahead of time. And in that trailer, like Marvel Studios usually does, like a lot of movies do, they put quotes in their trailers. So that is probably where this account is getting these quotes from. However, Marvel and Disney still are doing something rather differently. What Marvel Studios usually does is they have their really big premiere, the red carpet world premiere, and I'm fortunate to a lot of the times get to go to these premieres, so I know how they typically work. At the same time as the premieres on other locations, they do screeners, so they allow other press members to see the movie at the same time as the world premiere. Then there's a reaction and a social media embargo. Basically what that means is Disney says you cannot say anything until this day on this time. You can't review anything until this day at this time. Typically, the social media embargo is immediately after you see the movie. So typically, at a world premiere, the movie will start at around 7 p.m. and the social media embargo is 9 p.m. That way, when you get out of the movie at 9, 9:30, 10, whatever it is, you can just automatically tweet about it. But Marvel Studios is doing something different here. They have allowed big media press outlets to see the movie beforehand so they can release a trailer before the world premiere to get people hyped for this movie, and they absolutely needed to do this because this is a movie that is going to seriously suffer from the strikes. Right now, none of the cast have promoted the film at all. They haven't been able to because of the guidelines of the strikes. And this does indeed hurt movies when the cast members and the main characters of the film can't come out and say, hey, this movie, we love it. We put so much heart and effort into it. It's going to be amazing. You're going to love it. You're going to be on the edge of your seat. That actually does really affect the box office and people wanting to go see the movie. And Marvel is really being smart about this with how they're going about this situation to kind of maximize hype, essentially. We'll dive into this more, including what the Marvels is going to need to be a successful movie in just a bit, but first, a big thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. Many of you probably know by now that I personally use HelloFresh a lot because for me, it simply makes sense. I have a pretty busy schedule in my day-to-day life, and HelloFresh just makes eating good meals a lot easier for me. With over 40 different recipes that I could choose from each week, HelloFresh does all the shopping and meal planning for you. Ingredients arrive at your doorstep, pre-portioned and ready to cook, along with pictured step-by-step recipe cards. They literally make it as easy as it possibly could be. The meals are very quick to make, and they do include some 15-minute meals as well. It takes the hassle out of mealtime, but it also can save you money. HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery shopping and 25% less expensive than takeout. That means less stress of worrying about what you're gonna eat, and you save money. So if interested, go to hellofresh.com/50cosmic and use code 50cosmic for 50% off plus free shipping. That's hellofresh.com/50cosmic and use code 50cosmic for 50% off plus free shipping. So what's funny about this is that Disney and Marvel are almost essentially leaking things themselves on purpose ahead of time to create hype for the movie, which I totally get. Marvel Studios knows that there's a lot going against this movie right now. A lot of people hate Brie Larson. The strikes are happening right now. And it's also connected to Secret Invasion, which did not do very well. Plus, the movie has to make around $600 to $800 million to break even, not turn a profit, but break even. And keep in mind, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania only did $476 million, and they fully promoted that movie. The cast fully promoted it, Marvel Studios, everyone promoted it. Plus, not to mention, it was our first time really kind of seeing Kang the Conqueror in action, so there was a ton of hype surrounding this movie. It had a lot more hype than the Marvels does right now. So sadly, there are a bunch of things that are going against the Marvels right now, but Marvel Studios is trying to get ahead of it. So ultimately, they're going to start to release a lot of good quotes about the movie soon. They're going to start to put these in trailers before the actual world premiere, and they've let press see the movie already. The really big outlets, at least. And it sounds like they actually have enjoyed the movie. And it kind of sounds like, essentially, what we have been promised. It's funny, it's action-packed, and it's better than the first one. Now, based off of the trailers that we've seen, it does look pretty action-packed, and Ms. Marvel seems to bring a pretty good comedic aspect to the film that I think a lot of fans are going to enjoy. Ms. Marvel, the show, has one of the highest Disney Plus ratings out there. So hopefully that will actually draw people to go see the movie. But they're going to be using these good, great, amazing quotes about the movie relatively soon to start to increase that hype, since there's not really many more ways they can do that. The cast can't say anything, they can't really tweet about the movie, post videos, anything like that. They can't attend the premiere for it. So Marvel using these quotes is them kind of trying to do some damage control, essentially, and try to increase the hype. But keep in mind, this is kind of a warning now. They probably are going to use the best of the best quotes for their trailers, of course, because why would they use bad ones? I will say these outlets typically don't lie. If they don't like a movie, they state it. If they think it's medium, they state it. And I can personally attest that Marvel Studios does not pay people for their quotes. So not too long from now, when the premiere actually happens, we'll be getting all of the quotes, not just the good ones, but the bad ones as well, and of course the ones that are mid. But overall, I do hope this helps the film. I hope it helps create some hype. I'm really glad that IGN and Empire and another outlet are saying that the movie is actually quite good. Some went as far to say amazing, and it does sound like this is at least going to be better than the first Captain Marvel film. So I hope it does increase excitement for the movie. Let me know if you're excited for this movie. Are you going to go see it? And if you are going to go see it, are you seeing it because you want to, or kind of just because it's the MCU and you have to? Let us know all your thoughts in the comments down below, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you can stay up to date with the Marvels and the MCU. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter, and as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.